This is osmoregulation within the kidney. So blood comes through here into the glomerulus, where small ions and molecules like glucose and salts and all things other than red blood cells and white blood cells and plasma are pumped into the nephron, or the Bowman's capsule. Within there, main things like salt, amino acid, and glucose are actively transported back into the bloodstream, and then passively, water, potassium, and bicarbonate, some of it is passively transported back into the bloodstream. What is left is the filtrate that flows down the descending loop, where only water can be pumped out. All excess continues and goes into the ascending loop, where no water can be pumped out, just salt. Over here, back in the descending loop, it is, or the interstitial fluid is hypertonic to the filtrate. So there's a high to low concentration gradient, which is why the water pumps out passively. Then over here, initially it's hypotonic. The interstitial fluid is hypotonic to the filtrate, so salt transports out passively, but eventually it becomes hypertonic, or the interstitial fluid is hypertonic, so it has to pump out actively, so it can return back to the bloodstream. Once we get back up to the proximal tubule, things like urea and toxins and bicarbonate and the potassium that was taken out of the proximal tubule earlier are taken back in, and these will eventually become urine. To balance out the pH of the blood, when things are taken out, NH3 and urea and bicarbonate are put back into the blood. Now for hormone regulation, when there's a low blood pressure, ADH can be released, that'll open up aquaporins, and these allow water to flow out and back into the bloodstream, or the interstitial fluid, and then the titular capillaries. Next, when there's low blood pressure, renin is excreted from the bloodstream, and then it gets converted into angiostensin 2, or eventually into angiostensin 2, and this tells an adrenal gland to create salt pumps, or to create aldosterone, and these aldosterones make the salt pumps right here, which pumps salt out into the bloodstream, and water follows behind it. And then the blood pressure is returned back to normal.